Hello and welcome back. We are here with part 3. The sun is rising on a beautiful day upon our village. Now, I have a lot to show in this episode because I've changed everything. I wasn't very happy with the layout last time, so I've done a little bit of remodeling, as you can see. So what we have here our wheat farm and our beautiful stone wall. This works a lot more efficiently than what we had earlier. We have our mill right here, stone production, storage, wood production, and berry production. What else do we have going on? We've got all these housing districts. We've got everything a lot more centered, which is just absolutely beautiful. We have the bakery in the center of town. We have the beautiful, lovely markets just adjacent to it. Our granary and builder's workshop just next to those. And last but not least, our beautiful manor. Looks lovely. Much more happy with this design. We've also put a few light posts around. So basically what I've done is I was working for a few hours yesterday on this, laying out everything properly, building all these fences around it to make sure that these houses are where I want them to be. Because I don't want this getting too out of hand like it did last time, to the point where people cannot get to their job and cannot do things efficiently, because that was just the biggest headache. So I've already done a lot of the things to upgrade the housing. For example, turn the UI back on. Here, in order to get the housing quality up, we got to do beautification, desirable neighborhood, and a commoner resident. Now, we haven't really upgraded any of our people, so that won't be happening. However, when it comes to this, medium density housing, this is how we get more people living in a single house. Light fortification. So the way I've done that is I've got these village watchtowers. Now the way I got these is in the progression menu. And like I said, because I've changed a lot of things, you probably notice we're also on a different date. We've got a bunch of different kind of amount of resources. We even got some fish, which we hadn't had earlier. And that's because we did a quest where we exchanged some, can't exactly recall what it was. I believe it was maybe some tools. And then we got some fish in return. So the progression menu is looking very different to last time. If I go into it, we have unlocked a few more things than we had last time. So we have the fences. We have these village fortifications. Now I did have to level this up, which took me a little bit, but I'll explain how I did that. We also got this, the tier 2 decorative. And we also got some lumber camp improvements and storage improvements, because as we can see, we're getting pretty full on everything. Even here, we're getting all these alerts saying storage full, missing raw materials, which I guess is a bit of a different problem. So if I go into the building menu and I go into, where is it? Common decorations, here we go. We've got rose bushes, and we've got all these different things. Rose bushes are pretty easy because they only cost 5 gold. And they have these little green circles around them. Now if a house is in this, they will become beautified, I guess the word would be. And it makes it so it ticks that box and then they can upgrade. But you don't need to do that in order to upgrade the housing density. You only need to do the light fortification and the patrol coverage. And I've built these watchtowers around in order to get that fortification. I've also built this watch post here and assigned a couple of patrollers. And everything should be getting patrolled. Now, it might take some time for them to walk around and actually do that. But once they do, these houses should actually upgrade and we should be able to accept a lot more people. And this housing insufficient notice should be far, far behind us. Even here, we can see that the first house is upgrading. So what does this house need? As we can see, it can now accept 6 people rather than just 2. So that is a lot better. All it needs is the planks. If I prioritize it, then the builders should focus on it. Here we go. Let's see what this looks like once it's done. Check it out! We have now become a town because we upgraded this, and look at this house. Look how awesome that is. 2-story. Very nice. Now it says here the housing requirements are no longer met. But that's because the watchman hasn't gone to the tower. Once he does, that will go back up. Is he heading there now? I think he is. So we should see this change. There we go. And we've already seen that a few people have decided to move in. Our money is going up because we're able to trade the planks away. So we should be doing good on that. Yeah, we've got it so we sell all of our polished stone as well. Okay, we can sell that for 3 gold a piece, which is a lot more than the planks. And look here. We can see 1, 2, 3 more houses are being upgraded. So with that, we'll be able to accept a lot more people. And as I say that, we got another person arriving. What's your name? Welcome. I have no idea how to pronounce that one. Okay. Even more houses upgrading. Beautiful. So what do we want to do to increase our beauty in this village? Oh, of course. How could I have forgotten? I cannot believe I forgot to show you guys this, but we built a awesome church. Now it's just a start, but it looks bloody amazing. It can have a capacity of 126 people. At the moment it can only accept 63 because we only have 1 priest. But if I make it so another one can work there, now we can have it so 126 people can attend. I've basically made it so all the villagers come up here to get the water. I'll probably have to build another well over here, because when these guys need water... Is it them that needs water, or is it the bakery? The bakery. When they need water, it's probably not super efficient for them to have to walk up there. Another thing I did as well to help me kind of lay out this village the way I want it, because one thing I find very hard in these kind of city building games is after you kind of understand a bit more about it, you really want to kind of restart and lay things out properly. But when it comes to these houses, how they build, it's kind of in a way hard to do that before it's already done. And without having to go back and change too much, what I found helped me is doing this, going into the paint tool. And by clicking the woodcutter and using it over areas where there is no trees, already where I want my village to be, I was able to increase or decrease this and basically paint where I want roads to be, and then fill in these little suburban areas as I felt they were needed for people to live. 4 more people for the village. Lovely. Our immigration at the moment is high. Oh, just went down to average. But that's still pretty good, can't complain with that. We're up to 40 people, 5 unemployed, 81 happiness. That's fluctuating up and down a bit. They want more refined food. Now our wheat field is decent. Unfortunately, it's too large for them to work it properly. Now rather than adding another wheat building, I'm just going to wait until I can get the upgrade here. I feel like that will be a lot better than actually building a whole nother building just to get a similar result. But what we are going to do is we are going to go into the progression. We are going to unlock butchering. And with that, we can go into the paint tool, go into hunting, and this will show us where all the boar are in our lands that we can hunt and kill. And we have some up here that we can get. That is an option. I like how rich this area is up here though, and it's near our other production areas, so I feel like it would work pretty well. Not really much around this too much, so that won't benefit. What I might do is how is our coins looking? Go to the budget. Last month we made 106 gold. A lot from taxes, a lot from trade, but our upkeep was a decent amount. A merchant is approaching the village. Here they are. Wood for the bishop. They want 100 wood, and they will give us 150 gold and 5 clergy. We will happily accept that. We need the gold anyway. And with that done, we have enough gold to buy this territory. Because of that, we can now hunt all of the boar in this area. So we'll hunt those ones. Hunt these ones over here. Hunt all of these. Beautiful. Now they only appear to be in pretty dense forest areas. Like they're not in this clearing. They're not in any of the open areas. Not around here. Not here. So makes me think that I shouldn't remove too much of the forest in the map, or at least in these dense pockets, because otherwise we won't have the food that we need for later on. Another person. Lovely. So for the hunting huts that actually hunt the boar, I want to pop them probably in this little area here, because we have a lot of them. I probably want to pop a couple of them down. Which way's the front? Guess that's the front. They can enter through the sides. So we'll pop one there. Build. And we will build another as well. Right here. And they'll start clearing that away and building that up for us. And we need more tools, but we can't produce them ourselves, so we'll go into the, where is it, resources? Go to here to tools, and we'll increase this so we can have 10. Hopefully we can afford that. I mean, our money is going up pretty well, so I'm happy about that. So I remember last episode we were really struggling with getting the money going, and everything just wasn't planning out the way it was. It became a big mess, but also a learning experience, to say the least. Even more people. God, they're flooding in. We've got 8 unemployed now. We can't find jobs fast enough for them. I'll add another watchman, because that'll make it so these fortification messages pop up less, because that one's unguarded at the moment. Here we go, our first hunting hut is up. Give 2 people a job doing that. And what we need to save up for now is actually making the butcher. And they produce 5 meat in exchange for 1 boar. So that is a pretty good exchange rate. Now, it seems to produce noise pollution. The noise or the smell, or both. So we'll probably have to pop them down here. We'll pop it right kind of down the corner. We have to wait before we get our 3 tools to build it. I mean, I guess we can just build it now and they'll add it when they have it. And they'll start working on that. Now, a big thing I found beneficial that I'm doing this time around that I wasn't doing previously is putting my granary right near my market. So when they actually need to go and get resources to give to the villagers, they don't need to travel so far. And it makes it a lot more efficient. Especially because these only have 1 worker. So they need to be there to give the food to people and then also go up here. Or if I had it way down here like I did last time, they'd have to go over here and grab it. Where let's say with these berry producers, they have 3 workers. So they can produce it a lot quicker and store it there. Oh, more people. And even this, the granary, they have 4 workers. So they can transport it from that location a lot quicker than it takes these people to go up here. Because there's more of them. If that makes sense. Don't know if I really explained that the best. Add another couple hunters and we should be producing a lot of boars. We have 10 already. Amazing. And here's that merchant. We should be able to purchase them tools now. Yep, there we go. 10 tools. No raw materials. Why are we so low on logs? We made an upgrade to our lumber camp. This is why we can have 5 workers now. Nice little table for them to sit at. And they're finally building the butcher. There we go. Look at that. Okay, 2 butchers. And now, I reckon we need to set up a place for these villagers to be able to actually get the meat. And considering as we have this task here, improving the market, build a village market and reach 5 labor splendor with village market, we might as well improve this whole area. And what I have planned for that is this. So we edit this. Actually, do we have the cloth? No. So if we don't have the cloth to do it, it'll be a bit tough to achieve that right now. How do we produce cloth? Here we go. Can we buy cloth? We can, but it's expensive. But we don't need a lot of it. So we might just opt to buy it at the moment. Where is it? There it is. So increase that to 5. We only need enough to really improve the market. Once we achieve that, we'll be in a much better position. So let's build a stall for the food. Turn this around. Try and... Right. There should be good. And then we will add one of these, a blue one. Except these people. We'll try and move it a bit. Just so it doesn't kind of clip into that too much. Beautiful. And we will build that. And when they have the cloth to finish that up, they'll do that, which will be good. How's the butchery going? 15 meat already. Happiness is still going well. Money, how's that going? We're in the minus. Why is that? Ah, construction. I guess building that stuff was expensive. But it was necessary, so they're building that. So the merchant seems to come about once a month, it seems. Which isn't as often as I would like, but I'm guessing when you start opening up more trade routes, they all start showing up once a month. So eventually you can have like 6 people showing up once a month just to trade, which can earn you a lot of money if you got the goods for it. Here we go. Employ them, and we will assign meat. We'll also go to our granary here. Oh, there is no room. Assign another worker too, because we have the unemployed people to do so. But we did get the improvement, so we'll add that. Put it here so it doesn't interfere with the road too much. How does that look? Very nice. And they will build that. As for all of these houses, look at them. They're basically all upgraded now. And here we go. Here are our people. Selling the meat, the berries, and the bread. Oh. Bit of a synchronized wave there. Now upgrading all these houses is a bit expensive when it comes to the planks, which hurts us a bit when we've been selling those for money. Okay, there's already a builder building it. That's good. I was about to prioritize that. I've just noticed as well how quickly our berries are going down. We're down to about 30, which isn't enough to feed about 50 people. So we'll build one there. And we'll build one more. Oh, did I go past it? There it is. One more right there. And that's quite a nice berry gathering spot. How are we going on meat? What we can do is if I click on it and favorite it, it will add it to the top. What I am going to get rid of is none of it. That's all good. So, what is next on the agenda? Well, first things first, how about we just enjoy our church by ringing the bells. Look how lovely that is. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we got another quest. What's this? More wood for the bishop. Absolutely, we'll do that. Even more gold. Love it. We need that too, because we are going to get some tools up and running. That's the last thing we're going to do this episode. So we'll do that. And right here, we've got some iron. So temporarily we'll start mining from here. So I'll set this up. Okay, so I've set this up. We've got our charcoal hut to make the charcoal to smelt down the iron for the mining camp. We'll turn that into iron bars with the iron smelter here. And they will take this down here in the center of town to turn into tools for the blacksmith. To be fair, we could put that down here so that way it gets stored even more efficiently. But I like how it looks in the center of town, so we'll pop that back. There we go. And we will build that. And we will build that. We will build that. And build that. Awesome. And we will see what that's like when it is up and running. Now while those are being built, I'm very quickly just going to open up the trade route with these guys, because I can buy some stuff from them too. We got the stuff to do it. And we can sell them polished and bread. So we can make a little bit of money through them, even though we mostly are using that. But when we get in the surplus, some good money will be coming. And there we go, that is all done now. So that will start producing us tools and iron and all the other goods that we need. However, that has been enough time for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Adios.